Good day everyone. This presentation about the study on challenges faced by the youth entrepreneurs on achieving the growth of innovation and sustainability on entrepreneurship in Malaysia. We are from group 16. My name is Tanusha Anaperempuan Balan, matrix number A19B0943. My co-partner is Ranjani Anaperempuan Loganathan, A19A0811. Chapter 1 Introduction. Young entrepreneurs love to sharpen up their business skills, and their business challenges pave the way to innovative ideas in the business domain. It leads to developing a positive outlook among youth entrepreneurs to utilize it as an opportunity.
Next is the problem statement. Entrepreneurship has become an important subject of investment, and thus government are taking all the possible steps to solidify its footing in economy. However, as we say, it's easier said than done. The process of entrepreneurship from the day of inception of idea is a long on having its own share of problems and challenges. The lack of resources, knowledge, accurate information, legal complication, and negative social environment make the process more tedious and painful. This problem discourages many young individuals from taking up the opportunity due to fear of losing and failing in financial crunch, and thus for this reason it's become important to comprehend the subject from youth perspective and list all the vulnerable areas. The promotion of youth entrepreneurship is one of the possible tools for the poverty elimination and economic development through job creation of young people. Next, research questions. There are a few research questions we conduct for the research proposal. The research questions are: first, is there any relationship between lack of financial and human resources and youth entrepreneur in Malaysia? Second, is there any relationship between lack of the role model or family support and youth entrepreneur in Malaysia? Third, is there any relationship between lack of broad knowledge base and youth entrepreneur in Malaysia? Furthermore, they got a research objective. The purpose are to determine the relationship between the lack of financial and human resources and youth entrepreneur in Malaysia. Second, to determine the relationship between the lack of role model or family support and youth entrepreneur in Malaysia. Third is to determine the relationship between lack of the broad knowledge based on the youth entrepreneur in Malaysia. Significance of the study. This research was needed to know about the struggle that the youth entrepreneurs go through to achieve the demand for innovation in the new product. It is believed that this affects the growth of innovation and sustainability in entrepreneurship.
We have concluded 3 hypotheses from this research. The first hypothesis is there is a strong relation between the lack of financial and human resources with the youth entrepreneurs on achieving the sustainability and the innovation. The second hypothesis is the lack of role model and family support is a significant factor in the growth of innovation and sustainability of the youth entrepreneurs. Third hypothesis is the lack of broad knowledge base is significantly related to the growth of innovation and sustainability of the youth entrepreneurs. In this slide, we can see the conceptual framework of this research. This clearly shows the link between all the independent variables and the dependent variables. First of all, the relationship between the lack of financial and human resources and the youth entrepreneurs on achieving the growth of innovation and sustainability. This lack of financial and human resources can affect the growth of entrepreneurs in innovation and sustainability. Youth entrepreneurs are unable to pursue large prospects or conduct creative ventures due to the investors and personal funds. Furthermore, due of the uncertainty and inability to pay market prices, few experienced entrepreneurs are eager to engage with newly established enterprises. The second independent variable is the lack of role models and family support and the youth entrepreneurs on achieving the growth of innovation and sustainability. Many young entrepreneurs struggle to acquire family support because of their inhibition connected with the business and its success rate. The lack of role models exacerbates the difficulties for first generation entrepreneurs who must depend completely on their intuition. Family, teachers, and society as a whole impact on young people. Parents and teachers who are significant role models are sometimes unaware of the needs and opportunities of business. The third independent variable is the lack of broad knowledge base. A young entrepreneur should know the metrics to run a successful and profitable business. The young entrepreneurs are lack of knowledge or predefined roles and relationships. Because of their low experience and youth characteristics, many firms normally lack data, making it harder for them to implement pricing strategy and foresee market trends.
Next, research design. This study made use the descriptive research design. In the process of identifying the gaps, systematic literature review is done between year 2022 to April 2016 on sustainable development goals and innovation within entrepreneurship. The research in the epidemic outbreak, the teaching and learning research using epidemic keyword on ProQuest. Mython, Science Direct, Google Scholar, same relevant industry report and blog are also taken to get insight. We conduct sampling frame, a list of young entrepreneurs in Malaysia representing the sampling frame of this present study, and population. The population for this study involved are all youth entrepreneurs achieving the growth of innovation and sustainability on entrepreneurship in Malaysia. Moreover, sampling techniques. The target population of the study was 5,000 youth entrepreneurs between age 18 and 29 years at the time. The research survey the challenges currently engaged in various business activities on the micro and small enterprise. This study adopts non-probability convention sampling method. Then instrument. The survey showed up to be the foremost prominent approach utilized by the numerous analysis, as well as its rich Hutch district of the populous secure and resulting diminishing distributional predisposition in comparison with other approach. Typically, the most excellent investigators with well-specified research subject and express answer.
Besides that, validity and reliability of the instrument. The test-retest reliability assessment of the data collection instrument was conducted. A set of questionnaire was first distributed to the 10 subjects of the study.
Furthermore, we will look at the plan for the data analysis. For the first research objective, which is to determine the relationship between lack of financial and human resource and youth entrepreneur in Malaysia, the variables are independent variables evaluated in terms of its predictive power to seek how much variance independent variable they are able to explain. And the measurement is to determine the relationship between lack of financial and human resource and youth entrepreneur in Malaysia. The scale used is interval and the statistics applied is descriptive statistics, which is mainly focused on mean, median, standard, deviation, minimum, maximum, and squamous contests. For the second research objective, which is to determine the relationship between lack of role models or family support and youth entrepreneur in Malaysia, the variables is levels defined as a relative degree as of achievement, intensity, and concentration. And the measurement is the relationship between lack of role models or family support and youth entrepreneur in Malaysia. The scale used is interval and the statistics implemented is descriptive statistics. And for the last research objective, which is to determine the relationship between lack of broad knowledge base and youth entrepreneur in Malaysia. The variables in this is the association between the independent and dependent variable are evaluated in terms of its correlation, magnitude, and direction of relationship. The measurement is the relationship between lack of broad knowledge base and youth entrepreneur in Malaysia. The scale used is interval and the statistics implied is multiple linear regression.